Welcome everyone to 1984, George Orwell's 1984.
Hold on, wait a minute, man. We did not come here today to talk about George Orwell. We're talking about DC movies.
You said DC movies? Ain't nobody talking about no DC. You said we talking about 1984, so...
Wonder Woman's 1984, bro. DC, Wonder Woman. Woman!
You got a lot of wrong think going on up here, bro. You need to be canceled.
I don't know what you're thinking about. Cancel culture is alive and well. But in 1984, we're talking about Wonder Woman. DC movies.
You could talk about Wonder Woman all you want. I'm gonna talk about Cheetah.
Better not lay a finger on my butterfinger. Wait, is that Simpsons? Simpsons did it, dude.
What is your obsession with Simpsons, bro?
Predictions.
Your obsession. You want to talk about 1984? We gonna talk about newspeak, wrong think, all kinds of mind control.
I don't know nothing about that, but we're getting into DC movies here today. But before we do that, make sure you check out all of our social media: Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube videos. We're all over the place.
Yeah. Give us a follow, support the show. We appreciate all the energy out there. And let's
we got a damn good show today, don't we?
A damn good show.
So stay tuned as we travel back into time to 1984.
Well, it is officially the end of the world. You want to know why?
What are you talking about?
It's officially the end of the world.
It's a new year. What do you mean?
It is the end of the world because we have fallen into hell because we are talking about a DC movie today.
So this is the first time, right?
I didn't know DC movies were still relevant. I didn't know
Of course they are. It's DC Detective Comics.
Oh, really?
The best.
Are they the best? We're talking about Wonder Woman. Out of every film,
you're a Marvel fanboy, aren't you? Look at all that Marvel stuff behind you.
I do have a lot of Marvel
kill you.
I just no. I love DC movies,
of course. Yeah.
But out of all the DC movies, out of all of them, why are we talking about Wonder Woman?
Why
are we here today?
100% thought you were gonna drop Green Lantern, but yeah.
If you've never thought Green Lantern is a good movie, watch Wonder Woman 1984 and then go back and watch Green Lantern.
Ooh,
makes Green Lantern look like a fucking masterpiece.
Yeah, he came in fucking hitting.
It's a masterpiece.
Green Lantern,
yeah,
or Wonder Woman.
Green Lantern.
Well, you said they're pretty similar, so if Green Lantern is a masterpiece, then Wonder Woman is fucking gold. As gold as her armor.
I just can't believe there's something in my eye. I just can't believe how hyped this movie was.
Oh, it was huge. The hype train was just chugging along.
And then it came out on Christmas, right? How you gonna come out on Christmas and be dog shit? Straight dog shit. Sponsored by Nos, by the way.
Dog shit. So this wasn't a Christmas present for you. Did you watch it on Christmas?
You want to talk about Christmas and 1984? How they just gonna shove in that Christmas scene at the end of the movie? Remember we were talking about it, and it's just like, oh, they shoved this scene in just so it's Die Hard is more of a Christmas movie than this movie will ever be. All right, this movie should never be related to Christmas films.
And I believe when they started like coming up with the idea that they were gonna drop it on Christmas, they were like, "Oh shit, we got to do some reshoots. We got to put that in there." And I think that's probably what they did, man. It was like one shot. They set up a Christmas scene, and then they were like, "Here you go."
Okay,
put in the handsome man, right?
Oh, we're gonna get into the handsome man, but this is what I want.
Gal Gadot already did.
Let's talk about hypocrisy here.
Oh shit!
So, if I'm not mistaken, all the trailers said this Christmas, dropping on Christmas, right?
Yeah,
like the marketing.
They had decided for a while.
So, in the end of the movie, spoilers. This is all gonna be spoilers, but who gives a shit? Everyone has seen this movie.
If you've got till the 31st to watch it.
If you've seen any movie in the world, you've already seen Wonder Woman. because this movie is a complete copy and paste, dog shit, zero imagination, zero thinking. Patty Jenkins is dog shit. I'm gonna look right here. Patty Jenkins is dog shit, dude. For anybody that's into Rogue Squadron, Star Wars,
Oh no!
you're dead. Your movie's shit.
You're dead,
You're
man.
dead. Your movie's gonna be shit. That's the only Star Wars movie that I wanted. Remember, I told you, if they ever do a Rogue Squadron, that's gonna be my favorite.
Well,
Right?
you got something to look forward to because
No, I don't.
Patty Jenkins is Rogue Squadron.
She's directing Rogue Squadron, and my heart hurts.
But
Let's talk about hypocrisy. In the movie, they shove in this fake Christmas scene where it's snowing and kids are playing with snowballs and there's Christmas trees and lights and decorations.
It's beautiful.
And they have the audacity
oh.
to say, Happy Holidays.
Ah.
They don't even
Shit.
say Merry Christmas, but in the advertising, I'm pretty sure it says this Christmas.
Yeah.
What in the hypocrisy? And this has only started. Because this movie... See, I wasn't going to go hard on this movie.
I told you you were. I told you you were. And I knew this movie was going to get shit on.
It deserves it.
It does. But I also did want to talk about some of the good things about this movie. And that's where, when we were watching it, we were trying to find out, like, okay, that's a good scene.
So you want to play
That's a
devil's
good-
advocate.
Of course, yeah. If you're going to go hard and shit on it, then I got to be the other side. But there are some good scenes. And you mentioned it, you had to, like, kind of force yourself to, like, rewatch it.
I think I've watched it 3 times already. I know you've watched it twice. We watched like
at
half
least
of
two
it.
and a half.
We watched
Yeah.
like half of it. We watched the final fight with Cheetah and Wonder Woman. Like I've seen it at least 20 times.
That fight is not that good. It's not that
dog
good.
shit. And it's the best part of the movie.
I think some of the emotion is the best part of the movie. Like when Diana has to give up her wish and she has to send Steve Trevor away and she starts running before she starts levitating, which is complete crap. Before she starts levitating, the emotion
And you
in
hear
her
it.
face is actually pretty good.
Doesn't Steve say, "I'll always be with you, Diana"?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she like,
oh, bro. Yeah, because she starts crying even more. And that shit kind of hit me. And I was just like, she was like, "I'll never love again." He's like, "I'll always be with you." And he's kind of in the background. They don't even show him.
No,
I thought that
he's
was
behind
really
that
good.
corner. Yeah.
I thought that was really good. And then it just turns into an action scene, which most of the action scenes in this movie are really badly done.
They should have called it Wonder Woman Cirque Soleil.
It seems like that's what... And see, the thing is, they made her use her damn whip a lot, and she looked like a fucking lion tamer
It
with
is
her whip.
not a whip.
Lasso of truth.
Thank you. I don't hate Wonder Woman. I like Wonder Woman. I think Wonder
Yeah.
Woman was far better way before Gal Gadot. Gal Gadot, and I know I'm going to get shit on for this. Everyone thinks Gal Gadot is this perfect Wonder Woman.
She's just not buff enough for me. And I'll say it. If you're going to be an Amazon Wonder Woman, you got to have a little more muscle tone. If you look at the comics, you look at every iteration
Amazonian.
She's an Amazon. Look at her
An
Amazonian
Amazonian.
sisters. The Themyscira sisters. They are way more toned, way more buff than Gal Gadot. And that's all I'm going to say about that. I just wish she was a little
I
more
just think
meaty.
it's kind of weird that
She's a good actress, though.
back in BVS, right, we were all these photos of like Gal Gadot like working out, and they're like, "Oh, she's toning," right? You see like Ben Affleck and you see Henry Cavill in there, and they got buff and buff and buff, and they're like, "Yeah, she's gonna like fit into the role, so maybe like Wonder Woman 2, like she'll look more kind of like Diana. She's gonna be a little buff."
What happened?
Nothing.
It's like she just was
You know why?
stagnant.
You know why? Because I think the man, right? The name, well, I guess we could say his
The
name.
man says...
Zack Snyder, I think, had an image where he wanted this character to go,
Yeah.
and Patty Jenkins was like, "Nah,
Yeah.
you go, girl power. You're buff enough."
And see, that is complete truth, because even in the first movie, I feel like Zack Snyder had more say. Like, he was like, yeah, this is the character. This is, like, run free with it, but this is what I established. And I think they went with that more on the first movie. She had a sword. She had her shield. She was she was a warrior. She's the warrior princess, right? And then in this movie, they took away all that, left her with a lasso and her little tiara, fucking Captain Boomerang now. She's just like boomeranging her tiara around. I don't know what that's about, but
Well, that's what she does.
I want to see the warrior fucking Xena, the warrior princess, bro. Like, like, I just want to see an Amazon kicking ass. And even when she is kicking ass in the movie, it's very like she grabs the dude by the leg and just holds him there.
The movie is not good.
And
all right,
what is with the wink?
I don't know.
What's
dude.
with the wink?
I don't
that
know.
little girl and Diana. What's with the wink?
It's cringe. What's weird
They
is
do it like 3 times back and forth. Like the little girl winks and the Diana winks and then the little girl winks again. It's like, what is going on here?
So the hype was everyone thought they were gonna love this movie, and I thought everyone was gonna praise it on social media.
I thought it was going to be really good.
I didn't watch it until a few days after because I told you I was like, I am not watching this. I'm not gonna let this movie ruin my Christmas. Right? I'm not watching it on Christmas. But usually when people hate something, that's when I tend to like it. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
there's some room for me to
I remember you said
put it
that.
on a pedestal, right?
Yeah.
But if everyone loves it, I'm just like, dog shit.
Get out of here.
And on social media, I saw a lot of people
hating on it.
hating on it. And I was
Yeah.
like, what? And I was told that it's a little corny and it's kind of like watching a cartoon. I was 100% down. I was like, you know what? I bet you I'm going to love this movie.
The whole beginning reminds me of straight up Christopher Reeve's Superman. The beginning, it's kind of like that corny cheesiness.
Well, the beginning and Themyscira was tight.
Not that part, but the part leading up to the mall scene where she's like going around and like rescuing like cats and trees and like wedding day fucking catastrophes, and she kicks
don't
a
even
car
remember that.
down the street and it fucking like turns and does like a 360 and they're like, whoa.
Oh, yeah. She's being a little, like a local superhero.
Yeah, local superhero in a small town.
And nobody knows who she is. Apparently they can't look at her.
They can't see her.
They can't see her.
Well, is she the Flash now?
Yeah, apparently.
I don't know, dude. Yeah, so that part was very like even the score during that part, it had almost that Christopher Reeve Superman like dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. It was very light underneath. And I don't know if a lot of people noticed that, but I think Patty Jenkins really went for like, if this is Wonder Woman's like out movie out in like modern era, we're gonna turn her straight into like old school Superman, even with the flying scene and everything, directing where she's gonna go.
Yeah.
I was like, what in the Man of Steel, Zack Snyder's Justice League? What?
Well, it's Patty Jenkins, right? She's copy and pasted. This movie is like, oh, you got to write an essay, right? You got to do an essay, and then all of a sudden, shit, I got to get this done tonight, and I'm gonna go on different websites. I'm gonna copy and paste, change some words around,
And then call it mine.
and call it mine.
Yeah. Do you think that the studio got involved heavily
I don't give
at
a
all?
shit about no Hollywood studio.
No.
They could all rot in hell.
What if they made him change the script? Like, what if they had like an idea and they were like, yeah, we're gonna go more that direction? Because there are some elements of this movie that are like,
Who gives a shit?
like when Pedro Pascal, he's very dark in this movie. Best part of the movie, by the way, Pedro Pascal.
I'm gonna say no.
Mandalorian.
I'm gonna say so many things that's gonna trigger people.
Trigger
There.
warning now. Trigger.
Pedro Pascal is highly overrated.
And for him to be the best part of this movie, that says a lot about it.
I'm sorry, dude. He's not a shit actor. He's not. He's good. But I think he's like right now he's being super overhyped.
Of course. And it's just like when you find someone who's like a upcoming actor and they get a big role and then they get another big role and another big role. It's the same thing that happened to Jason Momoa. Game of Thrones, Justice League, now Dune. He's just one after another, just growing and growing
he's
and growing.
Aquaman.
And yeah, he's Aquaman. So
Can we compare the two, Aquaman and Wonder Woman? Okay, well, there's Wonder. This is a sequel.
I feel
right?
like
I guess
actually Aquaman was probably better than Wonder Woman.
Oh,
The movie?
Yes, by far, dude.
They both have their problems, though. Definitely. Aquaman had some parts that I wasn't.
Do you feel like this is an actual, like, does it feel like Wonder Woman, like 1984 is an actual sequel to the first Wonder Woman movie?
Not at all. I think I honestly feel like they were trying to make this one standalone. Like it was like a Wonder Woman side quest. It was like, here's one that it has nothing to do with anything else that came before it or after it. It's just set in that time.
I don't.
And why'd they choose 1984?
This is why I'm confused. That's why I say George Orwell's. Read this book. Look this up, because
There was a theory that you were talking about after you had watched it twice, right? And then some real life events happened.
Yeah.
And you went back and watched it.
So this movie came out on Christmas, right?
Yeah.
So obviously January 6th, the whole Capitol thing, right?
Was that January 6th?
It was January 6th. Yeah.
Okay, Gift of the Magi.
So, I watched this movie before January 6th, and then I watched it afterwards again. And it was kind of interesting that all these events took place in Washington, D.C. And there's one eerie shot, super eerie, in this movie, Wonder Woman 1984, George Orwell's 1984. It was a super eerie shot where towards the end of the movie, they're at the Capitol.
Yeah.
So we're gonna throw some shit towards Diana here.
Uh-oh.
Okay, she's a thief, right?
What did she steal?
The plane. They steal a plane.
Steve stole it, but yeah.
So remember this: Steve Trevor is in this guy's body. Handsome man, right? So before we get to the sexual allegations,
Why didn't they just bring Steve Trevor back? Why they got to put him in a body?
If they can make a human turn into a cheetah woman, they can manifest Steve Trevor, right?
They could have just rose him back from the grave. That would have been way better, like writing.
Zombies, Trevor.
Yeah,
right.
just
But no,
snap
let's
real
get,
quick
before I
he'll
get
come back.
sidetracked. So she's a thief. They stole a plane, right?
Yeah. An invisible jet.
Diana had sexual relations, allegedly, with Steve Trevor, which was in another man's body. So is this man obviously is not cognitively aware of what's happening, because at the end of the movie he doesn't know who Diana is.
That's true. Yeah.
So this man was raped allegedly by Diana.
His body, yes.
By Diana, right?
Not his mind or spirit but his body, yeah.
Diana had allegedly sexual
happened.
relations.
It happened.
Okay. She stole a plane, allegedly, right? So she's a thief. She's a rapist.
Stormed the Capitol.
Right. I'm going to trigger the shit out of people. So Wonder Woman is a rapist. Out of context. Not out of context, but you'll see the clip out of context.
There you go.
She's a thief. She stole planes. And she's a domestic terrorist. They broke into the Capitol. And this handsome man is doing all this with her, right? Well, he's not doing it, but Steve Trevor's doing it in this guy's body.
Cheetah broke into the Capitol too, though.
Well, Cheetah's a villain.
Yeah.
But, they're coming to get you, Barbara.
Maxwell Lord was invited.
Well, he forces himself, right? Manipulation.
Yeah.
But they actually get into, federal property, right? In the Capitol. They're beating.
You know what? She was invited too. Diana was invited by the dude who was like all into her. He showed her. He put her on the tour, and then she like sidetracked.
Oh, they sidetracked.
Yeah,
that's
so
right.
She didn't storm it.
But she didn't. Okay, trigger words. We're using newspeak now. 1984.
Do it while you can.
Stormed.
Do it while you can.
But the thing is interesting is she's beating up federal agents.
Yes. Okay. There you go.
She's destroying federal property.
Yeah.
Okay. So she's a domestic terrorist.
Throws a bullet into that vase.
But there's an eerie scene here, and we'll move on. Is after the events of January 6th, in D.C. at the Capitol. In the movie, there's a scene where it shoots. There's a shot, and everything's rioting.
Yeah,
there's
it's
chaos,
like riots in the streets,
riots in the streets, and chaos, and it's all in front of the Capitol, right?
Yeah.
And they're leaving the Capitol, right? But there's a scene, and you hear a news anchor. They're talking about riots at the Capitol. Yeah. I don't know. I forgot the exact wordings, but there's a shot where it shows all these riotings happening, and in the background, you see the Capitol building. And for this movie to come out days before it almost kind of, days before the events of January 6th, watching it right after those events,
it completely mirrored it, huh?
It mirrored it. It really did mirror it, and that is just weird.
That's some Simpsons stuff right there, man.
What? Are you addicted to Simpsons?
Oh, I loved Simpsons
you're just
when I
talking
was a
about
kid.
predictions.
No, but they predict everything. I mean, there's even a South Park episode where they're like, yeah, Simpsons did it. Simpsons did it.
I thought it was funny, too, on how they showed how the White House video stream from the White House was in an underground bunker.
Yeah.
Big brother, I'm watching you, you son of a bitch. I got my eyes on you.
But yeah, that was like an underground bunker that I guess if the president like gets into trouble, they take him to that, and he can still address the people as looking like it's the White House, right?
Yeah.
To
Wonder how often that happens.
To keep people calm.
Wonder how that often that happens.
Yeah, they gotta go to a bunker.
So so I put all of these things: thief, rapist, and domestic terrorist. That's what is in this movie. That's what Wonder Woman is. Think about it, dude. They stole a plane. She had sex with an unwilling person, which I'm pretty sure if he was cognitive, who won, Gal Gadot's a pretty woman. But
Cheetah straight up beats up guys the whole film. Like the second half of the film, once she gets powers, she's just going around beating up homeless guys. No, he wasn't homeless. He wasn't homeless.
That was
the guy who tried to sexually assault her.
Yeah, that guy was a sleazeball, obviously.
Yeah, he was. But she beat the shit out of him.
What about how Barbara's character was literally Catwoman?
Selena Kyle.
Yeah.
They're all the same. And Poison Ivy.
Yeah.
Poison Ivy is always a nerdy scientist, kind of, and then they become this hot, like, powerful chick. And it's a total stereotype.
I was so disappointed going in. The only thing I was excited for was Cheetah. Cheetah is my favorite part when it comes to comic books. She's my favorite part of Wonder Woman's entire lore. Yeah. Cheetah. I've always liked Cheetah. Ever since Island of Dr. Moreau. Okay. For those out there who know.
Them cat women, huh?
Allegedly, okay?
That's your new favorite term.
Allegedly.
For this year is allegedly.
So yeah, ever since Island of Dr. Moreau, and then Cheetah's badass, dude.
You got that Cheetah comic behind you. That's a pretty cool iteration there. Why didn't she
look like this?
Yeah, I wish she looked like that. Where did the ears go? They kept human ears on her. They did great with the eye like makeup.
Yeah.
But they kept her totally human. Even her hair was just kind of like slicked back.
I got my fur boobs.
You got one time, right? It was only one time. The rest it was just like really flat.
Unfortunately, but I said years ago, if they ever show Cheetah in live action, I want to see the fur boobs version because I'm not a fan of the way Cheetah looks when she's all. I grew up obviously seeing Cheetah in like the cartoons and in the comics, and I like that rendition a lot better because I don't like when she's covered up. Obviously, nobody wants to see a woman covered up. I'm just kidding.
These women nowadays, dude, they want to see them covered from head to toe. So
I guess.
And that was one thing that they did before she turned into Cheetah. They gave her like this like full like suit, kind of like punk rocker. She had like leather
terrible.
cheetah print.
It's terrible.
It looked kind of weird.
I think she did a decent job as Cheetah, and
her acting was good. I want to say she did play like kind of like the nerdy character easily, but then she played kind of the same character in Ghostbusters. So
best actor in the movie. Our actress in the movie was a little girl in the beginning, little Diana. She was the best
actress. You were gonna say the little girl at the mall. I was about to flip. I was about to. All right, bro, I'm out. Like I gotta go.
That mall scene was cringe. But no, the beginning, little Diana. She was a better actress than Gal Gadot. Yeah, I said it.
The one thing that I really loved was when she was about to win, and I guess it's either like her aunt or whatever grabbed her and stopped her from winning, right? And like threw her down, and she was like, "No, Diana, like you can't win by cheating."
Yeah.
She was like, "The only thing that there is in life is the truth."
Truth. The truth.
Yeah.
The thing is, this movie's dog shit.
But it stands for something. At least it tried to put like
There's
these
only
messages
one
out there.
truth and one justice.
That's Superman.
Superman.
It's Superman. But see, Superman influences the others.
Stay in your lane, Diana. Stay in your lane. Stay in your little island.
But that's what she tries to tell her. You know, she's like, yeah, stay in your lane.
That's a good scene. I liked it.
It was perfect.
Another thing is, this is based in 1984. Why? I don't know. Why it's in George Orwell's 1984, but
where?
And I think it's interesting too. Oh shit! You scared the shit out of me. That's your giant iPhone.
Oh yeah. Where is? Before we do all that, where is
the music?
Yes. Where's the music for this movie?
Soundtrack, worst score of any DC movie so far.
There was no. As far as like the cinematic score, it was good. But where was the like 80s music, bro?
At watching this movie, it's extremely too long, but watching this movie, you forget they're even in the 80s.
That is set in that time period. The only thing that even hints to that is the beginning with the mall scene, which I heard they wanted to cut out of the movie. So if you didn't even have that...
Well, there's the whole Russia thing, and...
Those are like so, like, but those are world things. I'm talking about like
the
USA, America in the 80s. It was big hair, pink everywhere. Everyone had on like the warmers, the sweatbands, the fucking leopard print.
Did you like that scene in the gym where they had her lifting weights?
Oh, that was weird. It looked kind of weird, man.
It's like how many times have we seen this scene in a superhero movie where they don't know their strength and it's just like, dude,
it looked really out of place.
This movie was just it felt like it was a typical Hollywood script, and all they did was insert the characters. That's all they did.
But yeah, man, one thing that could have definitely improved it is throw some 80s music in there. They did it in the trailer, and everybody fucking lost their minds because it was really well done to the visuals. It had that 80s dun, 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 like beat, dude. It was just moving it along, and it didn't have that at all. No 80s music.
I think the 80s
Wedding Singer did it better.
Was all for marketing.
Yeah.
It was all marketing.
Yeah. Because, they even had in all the trailers, it was like, it was way better. And then you had Pedro Pascal telling them that they deserve a better future. And, like, it was just way better than what was presented. So, in short, this movie falls short. Maxwell Lord was probably the best part of the movie. But even then, I was always under the impression that Maxwell Lord was, yes, a businessman, but he was a scientist too. In no point in time did they make him a scientist.
Why would they want to make a man smart? Why would Patty Jenkins want to write a man character and make them smart?
Yeah.
It's not what Patty Jenkins does.
See, and even when they did make a man character, they made him a manipulator.
Yeah.
They made him prey on people.
I honestly felt
crazy.
And I have seen it on social media where there was like a lot of, especially with him in like the whole White House setting.
Yeah.
They kind of like manipulated Maxwell Lord in this like Trump character.
Yeah.
Evil. Yeah. Manipulator and stuff like that. And
he definitely had the hair piece.
it was just, I felt like this movie is riddled with inner hate that Patty Jenkins has.
Yeah.
Of like, the current culture, of society,
man.
of what... I won't even say that. I'm going to retract that. Not of current culture, of her delusion of what current culture is.
Because it's not that. There are some iterations of that, like the sleazeball dude. Yeah. A lot of women probably watching that probably relate to that.
And what was that? Was that New York? Were they in New York?
I don't even...
The movie jumps around.
You can't even tell what city they're in.
They're in D.C.
You can't tell.
And then I think it's New York.
Yeah. At one point, I thought they were like in like Seattle or Washington or something.
Well, I'll end with the things I did like about the movie.
There you go.
All right. So
it's a short list.
I was banking everything on Cheetah. Like I said, I'm a Cheetah fan. I'm a Cheetah fan. I'm Barbara over Diana all day. Kristen Wiig?
Kristen Wiig, yeah.
She did a good job. I was really iffy when she first got casted. It's better than what I thought it was going to be. You know, like I said, fur boobs all day. So The thing I did like about it is I did and didn't like was, see, Patty Jenkins had to throw all this shit in, right? Because in the first movie, where's her jet? Where's her flying? So Patty Jenkins had to do. She did the invisible jet, and visually, it was good.
It was really good.
One of the best scenes in the movie. I love the whole moment with Steve Trevor.
Fireworks, and they're looking up at the sky.
And they're finally in an invisible jet. So they did that, and I felt like Patty Jenkins just wanted to do that and to do the flying and get it over with, and then like jump back into it about how men are evil and everything. And
the fireworks was really good. Honestly, it was probably one of the best scenes in the whole movie. Looking up, seeing visually. The fireworks, visually in the invisible jet, but then the flight scene too, when she renounces her wish and she jumps up and she tries to fly. The only issue I had with that was she was throwing her lasso at air. And I was like, what did she latch onto to propel herself?
She like creates like an anchor point, I guess.
I guess so. I was just like, there's nothing there. So she would throw it.
She grabbed onto truth. It's the lasso of truth.
Some man. But yeah, that flight scene was pretty emotional. To hear like Steve Trevor's voice in the back of her head.
Talking about like catching the wind.
Yeah, he was like, flying is easy.
They did that well.
They did that really well.
I give Patty Jenkins, I keep name dropping her. She drives me crazy. Okay. But she's good.
Yeah.
I think the first Wonder Woman movie was good. I think she took like a vision of Zack Snyder and did her own thing with it and did kind of her own thing. But this movie,
she just had more freedom on this movie. And she did what she wanted to do.
I think she did have more freedom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was like, this is what I want to do. We're going to do it. And Gal Gadot agreed.
But little does she know, in 1984, you don't have freedom.
Oh.
So.
What?
Yeah. So I don't know if this movie was a result of the studio or a result of her delusional incompetence, but
so overall, what's your final thought on it? Was it good? Was it bad? Do you want to see part 3?
Read George Orwell's 1984.
Oh God!
I just want to see more Cheetah.
And maybe she'll be back. Maybe because they already fast-tracked part 3. That's one thing that I heard as soon as it came out, and I was like, "How are you gonna do that when it's not even doing that well?" I guess
the movie didn't. I think it only made 150 million, so it didn't even make the 200 million that it cost to create it. And let's talk about this. You're $200 million, and all Gal Gadot is doing is flying around on strings.
Yeah,
that was bad, dude. Everyone thought that anytime she like goes in the air, it looks so cringe.
It's just not grounded in reality, and that's something that Zack Snyder had set up with his universes. Everything is going to be realistic, even though they're superheroes. It's going to be the best that it can be. And then they just went a completely different direction with it, and it looks more fantasy. Like I said, when she was running, and she was literally floating off the ground, and then she jumps.
Yeah. Her little legs are just...
Yeah, I'm like, you're gonna tell me the pulley team wasn't like, yo, that looks pretty bad.
Yeah. No, because maybe nobody wanted to say anything like, hey, Patty, this is pretty dog shit.
Yeah, and then
Don't you speak to me?
And then the green screen in her glasses. How many months do you have to fix those things? There's got to be just people just sitting around, just ready to be like, yo, yeah, we should fix that. Oh, the shoulder pad, right?
Oh, yeah, her golden armor was just all styrofoam.
It was all folded against the wall when she was all laying there, all beat up. She lays on the ground beat up at least like 3 different times. That's weird, especially coming from like a woman of power. You'd figure you wouldn't have her like...
Well, she lost her power. That's why she was bleeding.
I guess so, yeah.
Oh, what about when she saves those little
those
kids?
Those kids are dead. I'm sorry.
Everybody made fun of that scene where she's rolling and the little kid's legs flipping on the asphalt.
Bro, those kids' skulls would have fucking cracked on the... She literally rolled on top of them.
Scrambled eggs, dude.
Yeah.
Scrambled eggs.
This is your brain on drugs.
The movie, I think you knocked it out the park. This movie is not grounded in reality.
No.
There's like a 50... I don't know what it is. They're
fantasy.
Like... When they're in, I believe it's like Egypt.
Yeah.
They're chasing down that convoy, and there's like
the machine gun,
the big old machine
gun.
I don't know what it is, and it's just littering the car, I believe.
Yeah,
that Steve Trevor is driving. But there's like no, it's just,
there's bullet holes everywhere, and they're just fine.
it's ridiculous, dude.
At least they showed Wonder Woman get shot a couple times. I always thought it was kind of bullshit how she's just like deflecting everything.
Well, she didn't have her power.
Yeah.
But apparently she can run and push tanks with her legs and eat shit on the asphalt while holding 2 kids.
But she doesn't have any powers, so
that don't make no sense. This movie is
is very
ridiculous.
contradicting. There are good parts about it, and I hope if there is a part 3, maybe we'll get someone else to.
No, it's all Jenkins and Gal. So
I'm sorry, Gal. Hopefully, can't wait to see you in Justice League.
well, at the end of the day, this movie is dog shit.
I tried to steer it the other direction. Y'all saw. I tried. But I'm glad we came to talk about it, and let's get back to the future in 2021, because 1984 is not at all what we thought it was going to be. Well, man, that was a really great conversation. I feel like we learned a lot about truth, love, compassion, and wishes, right?
What movie are you talking about?
Well, life is good, but it can be better.
I don't know why the hell we talking about DC movies in the first place, but it was a fun episode. Just remember, George Orwell's 1984. You better read it before it gets burned.
Josh is staying straight with all his predictions.
Hey,
where's your tinfoil hat, dude? Where is it?
I don't
break it out.
I don't let people see it. Okay,
break it out.
The one thing that's crazy is we still have that freedom to talk shit on whatever shitty comic book movies we want, right?
Until you get canceled.
Until until we get booted off the internet, and until these
Orwellians. I've heard that before. Yeah.
That's George Orwell. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was a bunch of like lizards or something. Simpsons clan.
They could be lizards.
Who knows? But until next time, friends, join us on our next journey. Hopefully, we could talk about more DC films because,
Talk while you still can, friends.
Yeah, it's a crazy world out there, and we're living in it. 2021.
Cheetos way better than Diana all day.
Till next time.
Stay nostalgic on that eternal quest to get back to the basics.